downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all.
Move this man!
What's up, y'all? Today, we're diving into one of the most controversial debates in hip-hop. Who really deserves to be in the big three? Right now, most people say it's Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. But let's be real for a second. Does J. Cole truly belong there? Or is there someone more deserving? In this video, we'll break down why Travis Scott should take that spot instead of J. Cole. Don't get me wrong, I like J. Cole's music, but when we compare everything from influence to artistry to numbers, Travis edges him out. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about influence. Travis Scott has had a massive impact on the culture, from his sound to his visuals to his brand. When you think about the trap and psychedelic rap wave that dominated the last decade, Travis was one of the pioneers. His debut album, Rodeo, set the tone for a whole new sound in hip-hop, mixing atmospheric beats, auto-tune, heavy vocals, and wild energy. Tracks like Antidote and 90210 weren't just hits, they were blueprints for a new generation of artists. Now compare that to J. Cole. Yes, Cole is respected for his lyricism and conscious content, but he hasn't really shifted the culture in the same way. His style feels more rooted in the past, a continuation of traditional boom bap and soul-infused hip-hop. Meanwhile, artists like Cordae and Aaron May are coming up doing similar things, and honestly, they do it just as well. J. Cole's music doesn't stand out in the same way Travis Scott's does. And let's not forget Astroworld. That album was a cultural phenomenon. From the cover art to the legendary features to the merch drops, it wasn't just an album, it was an experience. People still talk about it like it's a masterpiece. J. Cole, on the other hand, his albums are solid, but they don't hit the same cultural peak. Here's where Travis completely separates himself from J. Cole. His creativity. Let's talk about his beat selection first. Travis has a knack for picking beats that feel like they're from another dimension. Whether it's the eerie, otherworldly production on Rodeo or the grand cinematic sound of Astroworld, his music feels like an escape. J. Cole, on the other hand, produces most of his own music, and while that's impressive, it's also limiting. A lot of his beats sound safe and repetitive, and they don't push boundaries. Then there are music videos. Travis Scott's visuals are next level. Think about the trippy, chaotic vibe of Sicko Mode or the surreal imagery in Goosebumps. His videos feel like mini movies. Meanwhile, J. Cole's videos are more straightforward. He's usually just rapping in a room, walking down a street, or sitting on a rooftop. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not exactly exciting. Even when it comes to rapping style, Travis stands out more. His use of auto-tune, his melodic flows, and his ability to create infectious hooks make his music instantly recognizable. J. Cole is a great lyricist, but his delivery can sometimes feel monotone or predictable. And let's be real, how many times have you heard someone say J. Cole's music puts them to sleep? Alright, let's talk numbers. Travis Scott is outselling J. Cole, and it's not even close. Astroworld debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and stayed there for weeks. It also spawned multiple platinum singles, including Sicko Mode, which was the first hip-hop song to spend over 30 weeks in the Billboard Top 10. Compare that to J. Cole's last couple of albums. The off-season did well, but it didn't dominate the charts like Astroworld. And let's not even get into streams. Travis consistently pulls in massive streaming numbers thanks to his ability to create music that appeals to both hardcore rap fans and casual listeners. And let's be honest, J. Cole took an L during the whole Kendrick versus Drake beef.
Y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the
Oh no!
So all of this time of me moving on my own accord.
No, don't acknowledge its power.
Move this man!
While those two were solidifying their positions in the big three, J. Cole was kinda missing. He didn't drop any game-changing projects or make any big moves during that time, and it hurt his relevance. Now, some of you might argue that if J. Cole doesn't deserve the spot, then someone like Young Thug or Future should get it. And honestly, I wouldn't disagree. Young Thug has redefined what it means to be a hip-hop artist. With his experimental flows and fashion choices, Future, meanwhile, has been one of the most consistent hitmakers in the game. Both of them have arguably done more to shape the sound of modern hip-hop than J. Cole. Shoot. At the end of the day, this isn't about hating on J. Cole. He's a talented artist, and he's made some incredible music over the years. But when we're talking about the big three of hip hop, the artists who are shaping the culture and defining the sound of a generation, Travis Scott deserves that spot. His influence, creativity, and numbers speak for themselves. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you agree that Travis should be in the big three, or are you riding with J. Cole? And what about Young Thug or Future? Do they have a case? Let's get the conversation going.
I don't do that, but I gotta keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded, I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime, boom, 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 right? Niggas wanna see blood. And I was conflicted because one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I wanna say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, you know, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I want to now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I want to do that for y'all right now.